In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on September 26, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Miami Marlins versus New York Mets. A pair of National League East rivals open up a series on the diamond up in the Big Apple looking to pick up a victory. The Miami Marlins are on the road as they travel to play the first game of a 3-game set with the New York Mets Tuesday night. Miami took 2 of 3 from Milwaukee at home over the weekend as they prevailed 6-1 in the rubber game of the set Sunday afternoon. New York was swept in a 4-game set on the road against the Phillies as they were beaten 5-2 in the finale of that set Sunday afternoon. In the season series, the Mets own a commanding 7-3 advantage, including taking 2 of 3 on the road in the most recent set September 18th and September 20th. The Miami Marlins are entering this game with commendable momentum, having secured impressive victories in their recent outings, including a dominant 6-1 triumph against Milwaukee. Braxton Garrett, the chosen starter for the Marlins, has been a pillar of reliability, boasting a 9-6 record and a respectable 3.53 earned run average over 155.2 innings. His ability to strike out batters, with a total of 154 Kelvins, coupled with a WHIP of 1.14, demonstrates his proficiency in keeping the opposition off the bases. Jorge Soler, the Marlins' home run leader with 36 homers, Brian De La Cruz with 19 home runs, and Luis Ariz with a stellar .860 ops are expected to be significant contributors in the batting order. Their consistent performances have been instrumental in the Marlins' offensive prowess. The Marlins have showcased depth and adaptability, maintaining a competitive edge. New York continues to play without Edwin Diaz, who had 32 saves in both 2021 and 2022 but has not thrown a pitch in 2023 and will not be activated until the final week of the season. Must-win games for the Marlins if they're going to sneak into the playoffs, and the Mets are playing like a team that has nothing to play for. Joey Lucchesi has been good, but he has just 40.2 innings under his belt. Braxton Garrett is enjoying his best season yet, and he's allowed just 12 hits and 1 earned run in his last 15.2 innings. Garrett has also been better on the road than at home this season. Cheap price with the more desperate team, so the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. Miami entered Monday's action having seen the under post a 77-73-6 mark in their opening 156 games of the season. The Marlins are 26th in the majors in runs per game as they average 4.16 runs per contest, though that does slip slightly to 3.95 runs per game on the road. Miami's average total this season is 8.65 runs per contest, while that number drops down to an average of 8.47 runs per game as the visiting team. New York went into Monday's action with the under holding an 63-11 mark this season. They are ranked 20th in the majors with 4.4 runs per game on the year, and that number drops as the home team as the club puts up an average of 4.27 runs per contest. Their average total entering Monday is 8.93 runs per contest, and that falls to 8.52 runs per game at Citi Field. Garrett and Lucchesi have both been good this season, and they are both going to lock down here. I especially expect the Mets offense to struggle as they have been super inconsistent all season. We saw 7 runs when these 2 pitchers met last week, and with both teams struggling offensively, this game's score winds up staying below the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus Atlanta Braves. A pair of teams in the thick of the National League playoff picture open up a series on the diamond down in Atlanta. The Chicago Cubs are on the road as they kick off a 3-game series with the Atlanta Braves Tuesday night. Chicago swept a 3-game series from the Rockies at home as they rallied to win the finale 4-3 Sunday afternoon. Atlanta split a doubleheader with the Nationals Sunday, losing the opener 3-2 before winning the nightcap 8-5 to take 3 of 4 in the set. In the first series between the teams this season, the Cubs took 2 of 3 at Wrigley Field back on August 4th and August 6th. Atlanta doesn't have much to play for at this stage, and they may be focused on trying to keep their remaining arms healthy for the postseason. After all, losing Max Fried and Charlie Morton over the weekend thinned out their rotation, and they hope to have those guys back for the playoffs. Steele struggled in his last 2 starts but has been sound all season long. With so much at stake in this final week for Chicago and the Braves likely rotating guys in and out to stay healthy ahead of the playoffs, you have to give the edge to the visitors in this contest. Atlanta has done it all to this point. National League East title, 100 wins, almost had the top record in baseball locked up with home field as well. The Cubs have a lot more at stake with nothing clinched as of late. They have their ace on the mound who needs another solid start to make a claim for the Cy Young, and Elder has been more than hittable in a lot of his recent starts. All in all, I think this is a spot where the plus money is worth some strong consideration. Steele bounces back from a pair of rough outings to put this one in the win column for the visitors, so the Atlanta Braves money line is our full game side pick. Chicago has seen the over post a 76 to 75 to 5 mark on the season entering Monday's action. The Cubs are tied for 6th in the majors entering Monday as they average 5.08 runs per game this season, though that falls slightly to 4.8 runs per game on the road. Chicago has seen an average total of 9.51 runs per game on the year, which falls slightly to an average of 9.23 runs per game away from Wrigley Field. Atlanta entered Monday having seen the over post an 87 to 66 to 3 mark in their 156 games on the year. The Braves are first in the majors in runs per game with 5.83 runs per contest, though that number climbs to an average of 5.85 runs per game at home this season. Atlanta's average total on the year is 10.18 runs per contest, a number that climbs to 10.36 runs per contest as the home team this season. With a pair of pitchers that are capable of keeping hitters in check, this game winds up falling short of the number. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Arizona Diamondbacks versus Chicago White Sox. The Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago White Sox meet Tuesday in MLB action from Guaranteed Rate Field. Arizona just finished up a weekend series versus the Yankees. After a split in the first pair, on Monday in the finale the Diamondbacks lost by 2 runs. As for Chicago, they were able to win 2 of 3 versus the Red Sox over the weekend. Arizona needs to keep winning to maintain their postseason positioning, and facing the White Sox provides them a good opportunity to do just that. Chicago did take 2 in Boston, but one of them was by the skin of their teeth on a 311 feet Robert home run, and the second was a rain-shortened victory. The offense has been bad over the last few weeks, scoring 46 runs over 13 games, the 5th fewest in the last 15 days. Davies is a solid vet with some fortitude for a situation like this, and his club has won in each of his last 4 starts. On the other side, Urena gave up 6 runs in his lone start at home for the White Sox since joining the club at the beginning of the month. Arizona has won their last 7 meetings with Chicago. Urena has had plenty of ups and downs in September. He's got 1 bad start and 2 good ones in his last trio. The bad one came with 6.1 innings and 6 earned in a loss to Minnesota. In the other pair, Urena was much better with a combined 10 innings and 2 earned runs on 8 hits and 2 walks. He still went 0-1 in that pair, however, so Urena will need some help from the bats and pen in this one. The White Sox are coming off of a series win, but it was their first series win in almost 2 months. Arizona did lose their last series, but they have played very well over their last 8 games. The Diamondbacks need to string some wins together in the final week of the season, as they are tied for the last National League wild card spot. Arizona is starting Zach Davies, who has allowed 3, 3, and 5 earned runs in his last 3 starts. Chicago is starting Jose Urena, who has allowed 1, 6, and 1 earned run in his last 3 starts. The Diamondbacks really need this win against a bad Chicago team, but I don't love this pitching matchup for either side. The White Sox haven't scored more than 3 runs in any of the last 5 games, but I believe that they will generate some offense against Davies, so the Chicago White Sox money line is our full game side pick. The current White Sox are 1-4 for 3-8 with 7 home runs against Zach Davies, and the current Diamondbacks are 1-6 for 5-9 with 4 dingers against Jose Urena. Chicago's relief pitching has been horrendous in the last 10 days, as I've already mentioned. 4 of the White Sox's previous 6 home games have produced 12 or more runs in total. The Diamondbacks have scored 6 or more runs in 6 of their last 8 games overall. The starting duo cannot be trusted, so I'm taking the over on the totals even though neither lineup has impressed lately. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.